Bushu, Dinaway, Mahogany Dog. Welcome to another edition of the Blue Green Ocean Road with your host, David R.R. Stenberg. With him, Captain Morgan from the SS Poop Deck, and floating high, very high above the earth, Mike Kennedy. Welcome.
Bushu Dakinaiwa. Hello, everybody. What's going on?
Did you ever wake up or find yourself, you feel like you've got like a hair in your throat that you can't get rid of, and then it's so hard, you're swallowing, you're drinking, you're trying to get rid of it, can't quite reach your fingers back there to grab it. And then you start thinking that it's a scratch, but it moves from one side of your throat to the other. And it's just maddening. And then it just finally kind of let go, and I think I swallowed it. But I guess it's an aspect of being a very hairy-bodied bastard, so you're going to have hair all around you.
Well,
or it could have come from the dog or a
like
cat or something else.
It's like that little thing that wraps the popcorn kernel. When they pop, sometimes you get one of them caught in the back of your throat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ever get that from eating popcorn?
Or between your teeth, too. You get one caught between your teeth. And oh, yeah. Joys of being human.
Glorious morning.
It's a small price to pay, actually. Anyway, so how y'all doing? What's going on?
Oh, it's just beautiful morning out there.
It is.
I wish I was out.
Very much so. We've been blessed with excellent weather this October.
Yeah.
I just came in. I was outside since most of the night I went outside. Clear night. I didn't bring nothing. I'm gonna bring my binoculars tonight.
So what's going on in the night skies, Dave?
Well, is that comet
monitoring the night skies for comets?
Can you
Have
see
you been
it
able to see it?
What?
Can you see it with the naked eye?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe.
My eyes are naked.
I saw a comet with naked eye. Remember that? It was a line in the sky. Nobody knew what it was.
Was it last year?
No, this was like fucking 80s or some shit.
Oh well, there's been several since then.
Oh yeah.
Last year or the year before, we went up the North Road over here, and we could see it with the naked eye. There was one, and then there was a couple that, when the kids were younger, we would go out every night and watch it, see where it was in the sky because it was moving.
Yeah, I've seen them, but not many. I looked at Halley's Comet. Couldn't see it because of light pollution. I looked for a couple.
Couldn't see it because it was cloudy.
That night, me and you were talking. You were on a canoe. I was on the roof. Remember? I saw it that night. But it was just a green streak. Like I could see it was it, but it wasn't like defined or anything. It was like there was clouds and shit or something. But I could see green. I could see the line of green, and it was big. It was a lot bigger than I expected. So I saw that one, I guess. All you have to do is Google the fucking thing, and you get this wicked nice photo.
Well, I haven't seen a comet with the naked eye, but I have seen a comet naked before, standing in a field looking up at the sky.
A man outstanding in his field.
Great.
We were down at your house one time, and we were looking at Mars through a telescope. And this was a telescope that would have, it would have blown away, anything Galileo ever could have dreamed of.
Yeah, my binoculars are about what he had.
And we were looking at Mars, and it was just a little red dot, And I was not impressed. I mean, I should have been impressed, but I had grown up with looking at National Geographic images of Mars and, pictures taken from satellites and shit that are, really clear. And, so here we are looking through a telescope. Yeah, there it is. That's that little red dot right there.
Real tiny. Saturn's like that. First time I saw Saturn, it's a tiny little. What the fuck? And it was, the thing is like whoever saw it first had to go like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What the hell is that? And, oh yeah, it's funny to read about all the shit they thought it was. Yeah.
It's an alien. That's the first thing they think.
Oh, I
nowadays.
don't know. Back then it was, fuck, you know, whatever.
Back then it was probably a demon or something.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Back
Jupiter's.
then, it was important to war and to violence and to
It was a sign.
yeah.
It was Mars's mistress. You know, some shit. Actually, look it up, find out exactly what that Greek shit means. Hey, did you know that like Jupiter, all the moons around him are his wives? No, are his mistresses, right? Io, Europa, all that. That's Jupiter's mistresses, right? Like side girls, right?
Oh,
Or Zeus.
And
Jupiter for the Romans, Zeus for the Greeks.
and Juno, the probe. Juno is Jupiter's wife. So NASA sent Jupiter's wife up to Jupiter to
that's
check
cool,
up on him.
NASA. That's not the bro code, NASA. Not
Hera
cool.
went on its own accord to see what Zeus was up to, and she was not pleased.
He was up to no good. Where did Hercules come from?
He was a demigod. He was a product of Zeus and a mortal woman.
Right.
Most of the demigods were bred from. Even in the Bible, it says there were gods in those days, and they found the women fair, and they came down and mated with humans. It's in Genesis. It's in the book of Genesis.
Sounds like evangelist to me.
Oh, Zeus, you randy bastard, you.
Yeah.
God said.
God said.
That's right.
It's right there.
You gotta.
The Bible is the word of God. How do you know it's the word of God? Well, because it says it right there.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Bible.
Yeah. Don't you believe everything you read? It's written down. It's got to be true.
Yeah.
You know?
I only believe it if it's on Fox News.
That's all I think about all day.
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking about it. The border. I live by the border. I live right on it. Imperial Beach. We had an apartment there. Used to trip on acid and watch people run over the border. They used to come to our courtyard sometimes. Yeah, it's that way. Mow my lawn.
So, tell us how was it last week was the winemaking? Did you make some wine or did you harvest grapes?
Last week was rolling up the nets. So they harvested all the white grapes the week before.
Yeah.
But there was a bunch of women and they didn't want to roll up the nets, so we had to go there and roll up the nets. And you roll them up in certain ways so that you can unroll them over the top of the vines and then roll them down on both sides. So you got to fold them in and then roll them.
Is that to keep the birds away from the fruit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Birds ruin everything.
Because they will eat the hell out of a vineyard.
Yeah. They go crazy on cherries too. That's why it's hard to actually have a cherry tree, man.
Yep.
Fucking birds will.
Between the cherries, man, the birds and the fungus. You have to spray cherry trees with copper sulfate. Copper sulfate?
When I was really young, my grandfather had a cherry tree in North Providence, and he always had tons of cherries. But I was too young to really notice what the hell he was doing. He had a big one. He had a big tree. He must have been doing something, but I never saw it because it was like I was like 3, so I wasn't taking too many notes. I remember the cherries. I remember he put cement in the trunk. There was a part that was rotted. He like dug out the rotten
yeah.
part and he put a brick in there. He put a brick and mortar. You know, and I remember that. I was sitting there. I was watching him.
Yeah, my great grandfather did that. I think he did it just to show me. Like just to show me you can do that. He did a lot of shit like that. My great grandfather. He wanted to show me how to grow shit. So one day he had me over his house and he lived in South Providence, and the Providence Highway Department was trimming trees, or maybe it was the electric company was trimming trees on his road.
Yeah.
And so he says, like, watch this, you know. But I didn't speak Italian, so it just like I just watched. And he went down to the road and got one of the branches that they had cut off the tree. And put it in water, and he put some sugar in the water. This thing will have roots, and you can plant it for a tree. And the next time he came back, showed me the thing had this like root ball on it. And he did that just to show me, like, he wasn't going to plant the tree, and I wasn't. We lived in the country. We had tons of trees.
Yeah.
We were trying to get rid of some of them. He just wanted to teach me how to do it.
Yeah, we did our garden from scratch. I was there the whole time. We went up Howard Lane and got a bunch of cow shit, and then he started a pile with his shit, like newspaper, whatever, like he had an old clothes, all that shit. He threw all that shit. Yeah. One time I was going through his compost pile, there was a shoe in there, right? Just like grandpa threw his shoe in it. Eventually it'll be dirt,
Back when shoes were biodegradable,
so
made out of leather.
Yeah, and then like he used to till it, and I used to till it, like one shovelful at a time. It was like this thick black shit. One shovel down, up, and flip it, right? And just go across, across and across. And then you throw in the tomatoes and just a little bit of lime. And it was like April. It was early, like 15th or the 10th or something like that, right? And then the sticks and, tying them up. And one time he planted a peach tree, and it gave fruit for a couple of years, right? And then they go by, right? It's time to move on. So he cut the tree down, but there was still a stump, pretty good stump. And he said, take the stump out, right? And Grandpa, just let it rot, so I'll be able to pull it out in a year or two. He says, no, I pulled it. I want you to fucking drag it into the woods. I go, no shit. It's fucking 82 or some shit, right? He's still in his 3-piece. He did it in his 3-piece, of course, And he had these other pants he put on over his suit pants, right? And he had these rubbers he put over his dress shoes. You know what? My father-in-law's the same way. Only he didn't do anything to protect his pants. Like all his daughters, my wife included, would get him pants and like hem them and give them to him, nice new pants, right? He come back full of fucking like dirt and shit, right? They'd give him all this shit, and then so he didn't even do the covering part, right? But he said, "What do you expect? That's all I do anyway. I mean, of course they're gonna get dirty. They're gonna get dirty right away. You put them on me. The guy got up early. He started early.
Yeah, well, it's hot over there. If you're gonna do any work out there, you got to do it early.
Yeah.
And then you go take a nap.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice lunch, wine with lunch, and take a nap. Fucking beautiful.
Give the old wife a pickle tickle and get back to work.
It's too fucking hot for that. No, there's no moving during these. That's like a lot of places are like that, on hot places where the heat of the day. There's like some desert. I guess it's in Africa where it gets to be like 120 or some shit, right? And there's strictly no movement. They just get under what little shade they got, and they just sit still until it's over. There's a way to.
Yeah, they've got to wear a thick cloth for insulation, kind of like in the winter we have to wear cloth for insulation. Well, they do too, to keep the heat out.
Yeah, it makes shade. Yeah.
Weird, right?
Yeah,
kind of counterintuitive. We want to just in our like relatively cool climate, we want to just get naked when it's hot.
yeah.
But they actually, it's so hot there, they have to put clothes on.
Also, the sunlight. Just the
Yeah.
light too.
Yeah.
Even if
Plus
they
we
didn't
are-
know it, you know, that might be like, you know, if we expose our skin to this direct sunlight, it's bad. You know. Yeah, it's way of shading it too. Yeah, like Arabs, they got all that flowing white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lawrence of Arabia shit.
That's to stay cool.
Yeah.
Yep. I keep moisture in too. Plus, it gets really cold at night as well.
Yeah, right. Radiational cooling and all in the desert. No clouds to hold in the heat.
No, you dry up quick. Start dehydrating like instantly.
Oh man, I remember I was working in Las Vegas. It was September. It was like 115 every day.
But that dry shit, right?
And I'm just like, they gave me this case of water, and I'm just like sipping water constantly all the time. Just there wasn't a minute went by I didn't take a drink of water, and I still just dried out. I got chapped lips. I just dried out completely.
Yeah.
We're not used to that kind of dryness.
No, the hair, no. I mean, it really is the humidity. I've been like, I was in Phoenix, and it was like 110 or whatever, right? And I knew it was 110, but I was in an air conditioned truck, so we rolled in that way. I go, oh, here's the famous Phoenix heat. I opened the door. I was like, that's kind of nothing, but I realized I'm like my moisture is leaving, like, but it's not staying. You know, I'm not getting wet, but it was comfortable. A lot more comfortable than being in humidity in that temperature.
Well, I'll tell you what, 115, maybe that's up to 5 degrees. It felt like when I stepped out of the airport, it felt like I walked into an oven.
Well, yeah, but if it was humid
Dry.
it would be even more miserable.
Yeah, Hong Kong. You've been to Hong Kong in the summer, haven't you?
I've been in jungles.
Yeah. Where it's 105, 110, and 100% humidity.
Yeah,
Holy
you're pretty
shit.
much drinking air. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Like New Orleans.
Humidity's the worst, man. Not to mention the fungi.
Oh God! Don't mention the
Oh
fungi.
God.
Don't mention the fungi.
That's some nasty ones. I would almost lost my.
Yeah, I know. Don't mention the fungi.
I almost lost my foot.
Stop it.
Jeez.
So it really is the humidity. I think I got a title.
I don't know, man.
It's the humidity.
It's the heat. Fuck that. I was in California. It was 110. I couldn't do anything. It was but it's a dry heat. I don't give a fuck. It's 110 degrees, and I'm not used to that.
It's
hot.
dryish. It's dryish.
It's dryish, my ass. It's
Really, you were like what in LA? It was that hot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never remember. We didn't have heat waves where I was.
Yeah, it gets hot in LA for sure.
Because I got none of that. Like I don't remember any heat waves in San Diego, but we're right on the ocean, and the ocean is freezing. So
Yeah, right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, West Coast water very rarely gets warm enough.
I didn't get
Like
further
we
than my
get.
ankles. I ran right into the ocean. I got that far. Yikes! I had no idea. I had no idea.
The water in the Colorado River is that cold too, and it's even colder. And so when we went through, it was like in the 80s, right? 2 weeks after we did our trip, it was 120 down in there. And like, just think about like, well, you just jump in the river to cool off. No, the river's too cold.
Nah.
You don't want to jump in that. The deadliest thing down in the canyon is the temperature of the water. More middle-aged men die from heart attack from falling into the water than from drowning or been bit by a snake or whatever. That's the thing that kills people is the
all kinds of ways of going. Yeah, that place.
Yeah. That kills people. That kills the most people, more than drowning.
But there's falls too, right? From the top, people who screw around up
There's
there.
that too, but it's falling into the water and having a heart attack from the shock from the cold that kills the most. Yeah, I read a book. I read a book before going on this trip called Death in the Canyon.
Good idea.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Was it?
No.
Don't you want to know about plane crashes before you go flying?
That's right.
Jed
I was camping.
Says, here, you got to read this.
Oh,
at the Lake Mead, we went camping. Well, I had a tour that we went camping at Lake Mead, this campground, and all the tourists went swimming while I set up camp. And said, "Well, I'm going to go take a swim because it's like 112, 115 degrees here." So I went down to the water and I jumped in the water, and it was like 72 degrees. The water was actually nice and warm, at least along the shore of Lake Mead was.
Right.
I said, "Wow, this is refreshing and beautiful." But as soon as I got out of the sun evaporated the water off my body so quickly, I froze to death. It was like I got intense chills. I had to jump back into the water to warm up again. It was just the most bizarre effect.
wow.
And so, yeah, it's like the evaporation of the water is so complete at that point that it just sucks all the heat right out of your body with the water. It was a very bizarre effect. I've never
That is
experienced
really
anything like
strange.
that.
I never.
You think
Yeah.
on a hot day, if you step out of the water, you're going to warm up immediately, right?
Right.
That's intuitively that's what you think, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting.
Oh, that's wild.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I learned
It's still
something
worth
today.
it.
That's so. I like that shit.
Yeah, so I don't mind the humidity either so much. I remember New Orleans. I got up late because of drinking the night before, and I sat out on the balcony like on Bourbon Street, like 100 and I think it was about 105 degrees, like 100% humidity. And the day before was when the shrimp season opened up, and every bar had shrimp for sale.
Nice.
And so all the dumpsters were full of shrimp shells and things like that. They were all rotting in the whole city reeked of rotting fish, shrimp shells. And it was almost overwhelming, that with the humidity. You know, that was just insane.
It wasn't too bad if it wasn't overwhelming, George, because I've been in overwhelming, and it's overwhelming.
Okay.
Yeah, it's wrench
boy.
time. You fucking spew. That's the level you just avoided.
It wasn't too bad. My body kind of acclimates pretty well to the heat, I guess, you know, and I more so than other people, I guess, because a lot of people have a hard time with it.
I
I'm
spend
very
enough time
fortunate
somewhere. I get used
in
to
that
it.
regard, and but
Yeah,
it
that's,
is peculiar. It's not
I
up.
have a
It's
hard
not like
time in
around
the
here.
heat, but I acclimate really quickly to cold, so I guess it's a trade-off.
Well, we do
So we
that
do
too.
that too.
Well, we're New Englanders. We fucking do it every year.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do the gambit. So I mean, like I remember
true.
one time it was like below zero for like fucking 8 days or some shit, right? And me and my wife walked out. It was like 28, and we go, "Ooh, it's like a fucking summer day out here," you know?
Yeah,
No, 40 degrees in March is t-shirt weather. 40 degrees in October is sweater weather.
Yeah,
yep, exactly.
So, yeah,
Yes, it's 40 degrees here not too long ago. Oh,
Right?
yeah. Get used to it.
It's a beautiful day. It's so nice out,
I
man.
love October, man. This is a good month. Colors are fucking good this right now.
Yeah.
They're really good. It's,
Well,
it's,
very nice.
you know they're good when you stop. You know, you just go, whoa. You know what I mean? He's kicking my eyes off it.
Yeah.
I had experience weird. It was like on the Kangamangas, and I'd stopped, and I was at this absolutely perfect day, clear skies, and there's something about maybe my brain was oxygen deprived or something like that. But I'd never experienced colors like that. You know, it's almost like overwhelming how beautiful it was, and it's just shocking almost. You know, I had to like almost look away. It was so intensely
George,
beautiful.
I think maybe you were getting one of them flashbacks we were promised. You never got.
Promise, that's right.
I'm
Where-
disappointed.
Where they?
Where's my free trip?
I always thought it was an investment.
Yeah,
Trip now, trip
Yeah,
later.
I'm waiting.
I do remember though a dead show out in Oakland, California. We weren't tripping, but because we're amongst so many people who were, it was almost felt like you were tripping, and you had that same background vibration and that same lightheadedness and stuff, and things were starting to blur and color
Maybe
thoughts. I think it
somebody
was like
dosed
kind
you.
of like maybe the contact, would they call that a contact
Yeah.
high or something like that? Or I
Could
think
be,
I felt that
could be
We
you
are
got
all
dosed.
one.
maybe, but
I mean, it's a
it
dead
was
show.
it was definitely the effect,
A contact trip. Go figure.
Man,
Yeah, it was just I couldn't believe it. It was, but so many folks were
That's
very
cool.
remember a
high.
mutual friend of ours went to a dead show in DC, and he wasn't someone who could trip. He got really fucked up every time he tripped. He got really paranoid. So he didn't do that. Like he stopped doing that years before. But someone dosed him really heavy. He was only drinking water, but somebody dosed him really
Oh,
heavy.
that
Wow.
sucks. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, and then they dropped him off at his house
Oh.
alone.
Dick,
Oh
move.
no.
Yeah, we ended up staying with him for 3 days because we couldn't get him to go to the emergency room. He was just in this loop, He needed to sleep, but he couldn't sleep because he was so paranoid. He was all fucked up. And then we finally took him to the hospital. And then the state police are questioning us. I'm like, look, dude, I don't know. His mother was there. She called us up. We went and got him. He went to a dead show. I don't know. They're like, did you give him the drugs? No, man.
Don't blame us,
We
man.
brought him here. We're the ones who brought him here.
Don't ask me.
We wanted to give him a catheter, right? And he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't they're holding him, and the doc tries handing it to me. Says, "Here, you do it." I'm like, "What the?
Are you kidding me?
I'm not touching that."
Let me practice on you first.
Does he need a catheter? No, we just love doing it.
Yeah, I think that's.
We
what
like
it
to
was.
watch people do it to their loved ones.
Well, we got to make sure it's not meningitis. I'm like, it's not meningitis. He went to a dead show. Somebody dosed him. He just needs to sleep. Tranquilize him. Oh, we can't tranquilize him because it might be meningitis. It's not. Just give him
Give
a
him
trank.
drugs.
Yeah, Thorazine, man. Give him a couple of hundred mics of the
Finally had to trank him
Thorazine.
so that they could put the catheter in. And then he slept for like 6 hours straight, and then he woke up and he was fine.
Yeah,
I like doctors. They just pour hydrogen
Anyways,
peroxide on everything.
Watch what you're like drinking at a dead show, or I don't think they do that anymore. I hope
do what?
Do what?
Dose people at dead shows. I don't know.
Oh,
if,
well,
they're all too old for that now.
that's actually criminal.
Well, I think the only thing, there's like Dead and Company. They had like imagine the Dead having a long-term gig at Las Vegas, and that's what they do. I think the only original member is like maybe Mickey Hart and Bob Weir. The rest are all guest musicians and whatnot.
Right.
And they're, so you imagine like how like maybe Elvis or maybe
Yeah.
Celine
Thanks for
Dion
that.
or some. Yeah, they they got long-term gigs at Vegas. Well, the Dead and Co have like that's the remnants of the band. That's what
Yeah,
they
they
do. Is you
stand
go to
up, all
Vegas
kinds
to
of people
see
have
the
stand-
Dead.
Carrot
Like
Top.
like an act. Like Carrot Top. So,
They build a casino around the guy.
That's okay.
But they got that-
because there's so many Grateful Dead tribute bands that they never have to go out on tour again. There's just so many tribute bands out there.
yeah. Every region has one, or at least maybe
One?
a dozen.
A dozen. Every region has a dozen.
In Vegas, I saw the Platters.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if there were original Platters in there. I think there might have been, but I didn't know shit. I just, I went, the Platters. That's Reno.
I went to one of the bars in the Stardust, and they had a band in there. It was just a really bad wedding band, was what it was. A general business band. It was bad too. I'm like, this is Las Vegas. You're supposed to have the best entertainment in the world. Yeah, that's in the theater you pay for. This is the free shit. It's crap.
I was reading an article about how like Vegas is really struggling to get people to come by. They have this huge investment in infrastructure, like the Sphere, like where the Dead perform and other acts, and less and less people are coming to Vegas, and they're really worried about it. Because a lot of regional casinos as well.
Well, yeah, there's the growth of regional casinos, plus less people don't have as much money to throw away. You know,
And that's really what it is you're just there to spend money because
yes.
Well, maybe
with
the robots
intermittent
could go.
reinforcement. The what?
Maybe the robots could go to Vegas.
Yeah.
They get the job.
Send your virtual avatar to Vegas to go
Yeah.
gamble, I guess.
Mikey's not here. We can't talk about robots unless Mikey's here.
That's right.
Well, I was kind of calling him. Hailing Mikey with my robot talk.
Mikey, you're not here, but we're thinking of you, Fred.
That'd be so weird if he just got.
That's
What are you
a
talking
good
about?
Mikey impression.
Nothing.
What do you think we're talking about?
Talking about Uber drivers and their Uberness.
Uber.
The AI replacement of Uber drivers.
Oh yeah, like AI can't replace Uber drivers. Oh,
Yeah, it's
security
happening.
guards.
Norway has all driverless taxis now. Driverless Ubers. Some LA has them, I think. Some American cities have them.
Great. How much?
New world, boys, and it's not our world.
No.
We're just old and in the way now.
I remember rotary phones.
Old and in the way. Yeah.
Suddenly,
That's right.
remember rotary phones.
I had to go to Massachusetts last week, and I was dreading. I couldn't believe it, and it's kind of like an irrational thing now. But it's just that I'm old, you know. I have to go to, you know. I know there are legitimate reasons to dread to going to Massachusetts, and I felt so foolish about it, you know, because when I was there, I was having a good time and stuff. But you know,
no, there really are valid reasons to be apprehensive about going to Boston.
I never go to have a good time. I'm always going like to an airport or something. You know.
Under protest.
I
Well, the
never go
airport's
I got to work
one of the
there.
toughest things to get to.
You work there. Well, going to the airport's kind of like work.
Well, it's probably one of the toughest things to get to in Massachusetts is the airport.
Oh yeah. Let's put it out on an island and then dig a tunnel to it. What the fuck? Could have come up with something better than that.
Do it like most cities, you know. Put it on the other side, the western end of like Worcester or something.
I don't know. Whatever.
And call that Boston, and then commute to Boston. I don't know.
And they had a chance to rebuild. I mean, they rebuilt it. So why don't we just not rebuild it here? You know? No.
Yeah, but real estate is worth a lot of money over there.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
suppose.
You're not going to clear any more real estate out. That's really expensive.
It's nice that they got rid of that 93 that went right through the city. That raised platform. That changed it a lot.
They did.
That was good.
They did at some point, right? That was the big dig. That was part of the big dig, was getting rid of the raised.
Well, you know, by then it probably wasn't safe anyway. You know what I mean? And there it is hanging over people while they're
Neither
going
is
to
the
work.
big dig.
Yeah, there's this big thing over it, everybody.
Yeah.
You know that piece of the roof just fell down on that woman's car?
Yeah.
Oops. I think we watered down the concrete a little too much here.
Maybe.
Too much sand in the mix.
It wasn't good glue. We used the cheap glue. We used the glue.
Told you not to use wood glue.
There was
I think a lot of those tunnels were built in sections. They were like prefab sections that they float out there, and they would sink and then attach them while they were underwater.
Wow.
I think in some places they were like these prefab things that they would make on shore.
Wow. Have you ever been on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel?
Yeah, a long time ago.
No, never.
That's a long sucker.
You're
Is that
going
part
over
of
this
95?
long bridge. What's that?
Is it part of 95?
Is it 95? I guess so.
Well, if it's 95, I did it. Just don't
Yeah.
remember it.
I don't know.
Well, no, actually, it's no,
No,
it's not.
no.
It's something else. But I see it. Yeah, you coming on off this bridge and you dive right into this hole in the water.
Yeah.
You know, this.
When you go down, now you're in a tunnel for a long time, and then you come back up again, and you're on a bridge for a long time, and then you go back in another tunnel, and you're in a tunnel for a long time.
Yikes.
Uh,
Imagine that as your commute.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
That's too much That's too much stuff to rely on. I
We
like
went
ground.
through there in '92, and like a day after we went over that, a piece of that bridge fell in the water. And then, like the next week, we were driving to Jamestown. We were going to Newport. We went over the Jamestown Bridge, then the Newport Bridge, and then like right after we went over the Jamestown Bridge, part of that fell in the water.
But the old
damn,
Jamestown Bridge, that was fun. You know, I still like to stick my head out the window and look at the the bay.
We had a trawl under
It's
that.
a real trip.
We fished around that bay, the bridge, both of them. It was wild being under them. You know the one is the Braga Bridge, the one in Fall River. I've been under that when you go to like you can hear cars going over the great. You know, you just look up and it's coming down. It's way up there.
So there's a we went out to Mackinac Island, and there's a bridge to Michilimackinac or Mackinac City. Okay, Mackinac City, and then you take the ferry to the island. And we missed the first ferry, and we're trying to get over there. And the next ferry is the scenic route. Well, we'll take the scenic route. It's a half hour longer. And all they do is they go out, they drive underneath the bridge, and then they turn around and drive back underneath the bridge, and then they go to the island. And everybody, this is the scenic route because everybody is there to see this bridge. And we're like, it's just a fucking bridge. Like, but these are people from the Midwest. They never seen a bridge before.
Yeah.
So it's scenic to them. They're like, wow, look at that. You know, it's just a bridge.
Just a bridge.
What's the scenic part?
That's probably what they're thinking. The fuck's this shit?
No, man. People were impressed as hell.
They?
Like, oh, look at the bridge.
Well,
like,
you know, they're paying for this. You got to kind of, you know what I mean?
I guess.
You got to.
We were paying for it. I was waiting for the scenic part. It's just a bridge. I've been under bridges before.
And now they have.
And now they have.
There, you can go out there and see corn. Lots and lots of corn. Corn. And more corn.
A lot of forest over there. The Upper Peninsula. The Upper P of Michigan. It's pretty wild up there. There are parts of that Upper P that look, when you're driving through them, they look like Alaska. It's muskeg and black spruce.
Yeah.
And it looks just like you're in Alaska.
Well, they're almost Canada, so.
Yeah, well.
That's where the Swedes liked it. This one.
It was just as miserable as the place that came from.
It's nice and cold and shitty. Cloudy and fucking cold.
Hot in the summer, cold in the winter.
Yeah, they got off the boat in Boston and said, I don't know, Sven, let's walk through the woods.
Too civilized.
Yeah.
Too warm here.
Keep walking until we find something we like. Ohio, no.
No.
Well, Ohio
Minnesota.
now, but
Ohio was the prime place to be. If you were a farmer, that was like, you know, especially when they opened up the canals out
Even
to Ohio, so you can move your products and crops back into, you know, New England and New York and whatnot. Ohio was like prime farmer real estate for
those lakes.
Long time in the
even
19th century.
before the even before the invasion, it was a great place to live. It was very fertile, a lot of wildlife, a lot of good hunting. You know, yeah, that was always been a great fertile place.
Produced a lot of boys in blue for the Northern Army during the Civil War. It's one of the high population states back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, we just plopping Home Depots everywhere. That's what we did with it. I mean, they're fucking everywhere. No matter where you go in this country, it looks alike. It looks like fucking Apple Valley, man.
Yeah. It looks like L.A. We used to call that L.A. when you drive around. You get off the highway, you're in LA because it's modeled after LA.
Everywhere.
There's car dealerships, there's McDonald's, there's KFC, there's a motel, there's 7-Eleven gas station.
It's not exactly like LA because at least LA has sidewalks. Everywhere else is like kind of a sidewalk and it just disappears. You ever try and walk down anywhere?
It's not meant for walking.
No, fuck no.
No walking.
It's dangerous. You even feel danger, you know? Because, like, yeah, it sucks. So, LA at least got sidewalks. Nobody uses them, but they're there.
Sidewalks are just wide enough for tent space. That's what it was intended for.
Yeah,
Set up
sad.
tents, park RVs along outdoor hibachis.
Yeah, because nobody can live in a Home Depot.
Unless you're hanging out there,
Walk home.
waiting for just pick up some folks that'll help you with your home project. You know, get in the pickup truck, come over and help me lay out a cement walkway in my house, or build a
barricade
for
because
me.
they're coming to repossess it.
You were in Compton and Inglewood.
Oh, nice.
It looks just like the rest of LA, except it's just a little less well cared for.
It would block the block sometimes.
It's inner city, but it's still just these like single-story bungalows and little yards. Like it looks like the rest of LA, just with less money, for maintenance and stuff.
Everybody's got a lawn though.
And during the day, it's pretty tame over there. We weren't there at night, but during the day, it was just like grandmas pushing baby carriages and stuff. Crazy chicken restaurants everywhere, Pollo Loco.
The times you were there at night, you'd be very careful. I remember walking the streets at night. I remember coming back from working in Hollywood late at night, and if I would get a ride from a coworker, they would only take me so far. I'd have to walk the rest of the way, and it's like a little scary, Just try to avoid people if you could. But
I used to walk from
wasn't
32
tragic.
blocks. I went 32 blocks at midnight at this place I worked at as a security guard. I walked home in my security guard uniform to neighborhoods down to downtown San Diego, down to Front Street. I went from 32nd Street to Front Street. And these are long blocks, That's after my car got stolen.
How long it take?
By my neighbors. Neighbors stole my car.
How long did it take you to walk that?
I don't remember. Not bad. I was like 20 whatever, 23. I remember it being too bad. It was just a slog, and it was like some of the neighborhoods. Maybe a little quick step. Stuff like that. So that helped it. But nothing ever happened. My car got stolen, so that was that.
Just walking through there like you own the place, people just think you're crazy.
I
Look at that crazy guy walking through there. Oh, fuck.
You can only afford the bus fare one way, like the 10 miles to work. You
walk
to work, walk the 10 miles to work, and then take the bus home because it was safer to walk during the day.
There wasn't any bus by then. They do cut service at night. I don't remember if I took a bus up. I might have taken a bus up and had to walk back. That might have been the case.
Well, they had in my case, they had bus service at night up until like about midnight.
Yeah, I got off at midnight. Perfect.
Jeez, I'm talking like RFK here. Must be that hair in the back of my throat still.
Hair of the dog.
You got what he got. Even his throat's trying to get him to shut up.
But he was admitted heroin addict, I think, at one point. He was something like that.
You know what that is?
Yeah, he really abused himself.
Oh, that's
there
why I don't
for a
like
while.
needles. Now I understand.
Yep. That sucks.
Yeah,
Heroin.
that's shit.
Yeah. We dodged the bullet,
Yep.
None of us got into that.
Sure did.
And when I was all messed up in my neck, they kept wanting to give me OxyContin. I kept refusing. Doc's like, we can get you off of that again. I'm like, Doc, you don't understand.
I don't feel like getting off of anything.
I don't know if I'm the guy who gets addicted or not.
I'm the guy.
Anything. Yeah,
I am the fucking guy.
It's not like you can get me off. It's like I have to get myself off of it. Yeah, it's not like it's not like you can wave a magic wand or give me a magic drug or something like that. I have to get myself off of it.
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah, and there's no telling if you're the guy who can or can't do it. It's like a crapshoot. You don't know until you're addicted. And then it's too late. So he kept saying, "But I hate to see you in all this pain." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'd rather this pain than being a junkie the rest of my life."
If it comes to it, you take it. But there's a threat. Yeah, fucking give it to me. But if I ain't saying it, then leave me alone.
Yeah.
I keep going on and on about this Netflix series, The Fall of the House of Usher, but it follows the rise and fall of this family who take over this pharmaceutical business, and they create a drug very much like oxycodone, and it goes into
this is oxycodone. In the story, they're just not saying it's oxycodone.
Right. It's the branding, but it mirrors that whole rise and fall of and the evil of addiction and the evil of making money off of
it's a
people,
non-addictive
of knowing how addicted it is and still selling it to people. Yes. Yep. Exactly. Yep. And it's very interesting. Anyway,
I dodged the bullet. I'm glad I didn't take that shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have been fine. Lots of people are fine, but I also know people who got hooked because they were on that.
This is true.
Yeah, that shit seems to have a.
And it's not a morality thing. Like, it's not their fault. It's just that some people's brain is wired that way. It's just
one time.
Well, I mean, life is risky enough. I mean, it's all about risk management. I mean, try to, we all risk management. What do we want to risk and what we don't. And as the older we get, the more we're like risk aversive, and hopefully we're wise enough to know the things to avoid more than we did when we were younger.
We had none of that.
Maybe we've seen more now.
Yeah, you were more sensible, but I had none. Fucking none. Zero.
Yeah, but you do now because you've learned.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
When you're talking about dodging a bullet, back when we would, we'd go running out in front of one.
Yeah. I don't know. I always drew the line at like I was never going to take heroin anyway.
I don't know
or anything with a needle.
Yeah, that was
nothing with a needle.
I was never going to do that. I don't care what you tell me about it. I'm not going to try it.
Yeah.
If it's that good that people will throw their lives away for it, I don't want to know. I mean, there had been, by the time we were, in our drug taking years, there had been a lot of history with heroin, like from the 20s on up. Like we knew that, people could be junkies by this point. Why it always surprises me later, in the 90s, where a bunch of the grunge rockers were like ODing on heroin. And haven't you ever heard of this before? It's like people have been doing this for a long time, ODing on this shit. Why you even starting now? I don't know.
They might ask themselves the same question.
Because it's fun.
Well,
a lot of fun.
Imagine it is.
But it's personal fun. It's not like having a couple of beers with friends and having fun, or smoking a joint with friends and having fun. It's like it's like lying on a mattress, totally zoned out and not in contact with anyone else fun. It's like just lying curled up on a mattress fun.
Yeah, I don't need that. That's not as fun.
No.
Smoking a joint with your buddies is a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laughing is fun.
If you get the endorphins, buddies, you really
not as intense as shooting up, but you still get endorphins from it.
If you have heroin friends, you really don't have friends.
Yeah. Good point. If you have cocaine friends, you really don't have friends either.
That's right.
That was a lesson to be learned, right?
Back
in the day.
Yep. I was lucky with that one. It didn't agree with me. I got People were giving it to us for
I
free.
weaseled out of it, but it was I dodged out, but that was not easy. That was a bad one, you know.
We had the band going. People were giving it to us for free.
That's the other thing. It was everywhere.
And I just like it made me too withdrawn. I couldn't touch anybody. It was miserable.
Had the opposite effect on me.
On most people, I just got lucky
Hmm.
because like a couple of my friends got really hooked on that.
I beat it. It wasn't
You beat
easy.
I know people who never beat it. They're
Yeah.
still on. They still use it, and nowadays you can die.
Yeah, because well,
I know someone who took a snort of cocaine, but the straw he used, someone had used for fentanyl.
oh shit.
Oh no.
He died like they revived him they gave him Narcan and they revived him, but he was dead. Like he turned blue and everything. He was dead, and they revived him. So all you people out there watching our podcast, be warned.
Shoot heroin every day.
Make your own mistakes. Learn from your own mistakes, not anyone else's.
Just say Mo.
Mo
Just say
heroin.
Mo.
Hey Mo.
Hey, the three junkies. Dun, dun,
Three
dun.
junkies.
That was one
Yeah.
of the scariest things I learned about that addiction is like you can burn out your pleasure centers from heroin.
Hmm.
And so you won't feel things even after if you kick, you won't feel like extreme happiness and stuff like that. It kind of levels out your. Anyway, that's what one of the anti-drug programs
Bummer.
I saw was about.
A small price to pay, some people think.
Oh, I guess you just
You know,
blow
I
it all at
couldn't.
once.
I
No
mean,
more
I would
belly
never
laugh?
make that. I would never make that choice, but
I don't think
I
they
wouldn't
know they're
want to.
doing that.
But you're right. But people, that's a nature of addiction. It's like a small price to
Heroin
pay
should have a
'cause
little
it
warning label.
feels better than those other pleasures or those pleasures that I never knew before. I guess maybe
Right.
that was part of it. Like I never really knew those other pleasures, but this one's immediate, and I can take it now and feel good.
Yep, you're gonna be dead a long time. So, shoot 'em up. Where's that?
You'd be crazy.
There's a Little Miss Sunshine. I don't know if you saw this.
Yes, I was just gonna. Yep.
Mm.
That
Alan
was-
Arkin.
Al, yeah,
That's the part.
you'd be crazy not to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at the end, the boy comes over. Mom, these people are fucked.
That was a really funny movie.
That was good. That was really good. Alan was the best.
Yeah.
Why you shoot heroin? So we got that going for us.
Yep.
Yep.
Good luck.
You know, it might
Yeah,
happen
it's always that.
after all.
There's always that.
Yeah.
Things get really bad when you get old. Fuck it, start shooting up. Go
Well,
out
is
in
it-
the glory.
I'm kind of glad. It's good to know that it's available. It's around. You know, so if like things really start
Yeah.
to hurt bad, you know, you can fucking smooth it out. Better than having nothing. You know. Then I'm like, yeah, yes, I'm addicted to not feeling pain. Yes, and I imagine
Well,
I'll be
there's
that
that. I mean,
way the rest of my life.
There are people who are legitimately on these pain drugs, including like large doses of fentanyl, that they couldn't like live without it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
because there's something wrong with them. You know, and
So it's
you
like,
know, amounts of fentanyl that they build up in some people that if you took their dose, you just die immediately. You know, but they get built up to these massive doses, and that's what keeps them alive. You know, so they're good to have when you need them.
yeah,
But if you can do without them, do without them.
you got to keep them locked up in the cabinet. You know,
Mm-hmm.
don't let
Don't be
them
so
spill
quick
out.
to finding that key either.
That's right. Unless you really have to,
Well,
you know.
it's it's actually obviously it's the people who make it. You know, they're looking for markets everywhere.
Yes. Well, I mean, there's always that. I mean, they're really like trying. They're pushing other kinds of substances that don't give you a sense of elation or high or anything like this, but try to manage pain
Yeah.
in and of itself. And so that's like the holy grail of pharmaceuticals is to find the one that's non-addicting that will decrease pain or eliminate pain.
Yeah.
Uh,
It would sell like hotcakes. So maybe we
Yes.
could just say it does that.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I saw a series. It was like a documentary / series about that family who profited off of all of that.
Yeah.
It was about someone who was the whistleblower who went around gathering, all the evidence to try and bring them down.
Was it like the woman who was one of the salespeople?
Yeah.
He would recruit all these young, beautiful women to sell these things to get doctors to prescribe it.
They would flirt with the doctors, and they would take them on
Yeah.
these vacations and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if you reach the quota of prescriptions this month, you can get a trip to Aruba.
That's right. Yeah. That was a good. Yeah, I think I saw that. That was really good.
Yeah.
It's what we're up against. It's like anyway. But if you want a revenge story, goes like watch The Fall of the House of Usher, and it's kind of
Right.
like a good revenge for like a billionaire family who made money under such circumstances. And
Nice.
Ask your doctor about Cramadol.
fuck it all.
Look at all. So I finished that movie, Inherent Vice. That was pretty good. If you haven't seen it, George, I recommend it.
Inherent Vice.
Inherent Vice. It's a Joaquin Phoenix movie
Oh, okay.
on Prime.
That's worth the price of admission right there.
It's funny. It's really funny. You saw it, Dave, right?
Which was that?
Inherent Vice.
More because I went on a kick. I saw a lot of Joaquin Phoenix movies. Once.
He's a hippie who's also a private eye, and he's got this friend who's a cop who's got the buzz cut, flat top haircut. What's that guy's name? Oh, I can't think of his name. The actor.
What else has he been
Dialogue
in?
between those two people is really funny.
What else was that actor in? Maybe we can help you out there.
It's not ringing bells. Probably I didn't see that one. This was a
Well,
while
if
ago.
you get a chance, I recommend it.
All right.
Okay,
Oh, the
Inherent
other
Vice.
Oh,
Last
yeah,
time I
Vice.
talked to you guys, I had only seen a part of it. So
Yeah, it was after Joker. When I saw Joker, I went crazy. I got
Yeah.
everything I could find on that guy, So up until
Yeah.
whatever that was, I'm sure he's made movies since, and I've been like not doing that. So.
all right, so
probably
we
that's-
had talked about Napoleon being not a great movie, but what did you think of his performance, particularly in
Oh,
I
of
thought he was
course.
great.
Yeah.
I
I mean, it wasn't great on history, but it was great. Yeah, because he's one of those actors who really inhabits the character in ways that most actors don't bother. You
Yeah,
know?
he did his job,
He just
and
Yeah.
he didn't write the script though. I mean, the script writer didn't do his job, maybe,
right, or whoever was in charge of historical accuracy.
or whatever, or deciding that maybe we don't need it. Maybe this is better.
oh,
My version of what
well,
happened.
good on him. I think Joaquin has a lot more potential, and he's got the potential to be in a lot more decent movies just because of
Yeah.
just what kind of actor he is. And so we're bound to see at least a few more decent movies that he'll make. I'm sure.
Hope
I don't know,
so.
I could be wrong, but it'd
Hope
be
so.
nice.
Speaking
Never
of
had a-
writing,
Yes.
I watched part of the podcast last week, right? And sometimes I learn a lot about I learned something about myself, right? So you brought up writing a story, and I went, bullshit, don't do it, right? And I'm like, whoa, I got some fucking issues, I think. That's something to work through. Then maybe this AI shit's getting to me,
We
I don't know
all
what that
have
came
shit
from,
we
but
got to
write
work
your
through.
story. Jesus, what a dick.
We're too old to change now, man.
No,
So-
don't never listen to me again. That was awful.
No, I
What
mean,
the
it's
fuck am I
Well,
doing?
whatever.
that's the charm of it, Dave.
Whatever,
That's the
Dave.
charm.
You know,
It's the charm.
I thought I'd bring it up.
We
I
all
forgot.
if I wanted to write a story, I wouldn't let you stop me.
No, I know, but it was still a dick move. And I don't know where that came from.
No. It's,
Nah.
There's something in me I need to exercise.
I mean,
kind of
people are
writing
watching this
thing?
to get advice. I'm sure. If you are watching this shit to get
don't write,
advice,
don't
then-
waste your time.
Holy cow. You've got problems if you're watching us together, Trace. You're in
Oh,
big
do
trouble.
I?
That's true. So
All right, boys, be careful out there.